time, Nancy.
Did you finish the programs?
Yep. But I noticed that they say the best man is someone named Alan Payne. If Kit is Matt's best friend, why isn't Kit the best man?
Matt said that's the way Kit wanted it. He got here early too. But when Matt vanished, Alan was certain that Matt was playing a joke and refused to be the butt of it. So he went back to London, saying he'll reappear only when Matt does and not a moment before. You know, perhaps you should give Alan a call. 0044-020-7946-0481. He may have seen something while he was here that could help you find Matt. You'll have to use the phone down the road at the inn, however. My cell phone gets absolutely no reception here.
I found these glasses in the fireplace in the nursery.
Those are Matt's. You found them in the fireplace?
Did you look there when you were searching for Matt?
Of course not. Why would we look in the fireplace? Matt never, ever took his glasses off. Mostly because without them, he can't see 2 feet in front of him.
Did he have an extra pair?
It's possible. Any normal person with eyesight as bad as his would have had 10 extra pairs. But how did those get broken? Oh, Nancy, maybe he truly is in trouble.
Let me do some more looking around before we jump to any conclusions. The glasses could still just be part of an elaborate practical joke.
You're absolutely right. Please find him, Nancy. I do so want to strangle him.
If Matt was staying in the nursery, where's his luggage?
Right there by his cot.
It's not there now.
But it was there, just last night. I remember seeing it when I peeked in to see if he'd finally decided to reappear. At least, I think I saw it last night. If it's not there now, perhaps Donal moved it, took it to storage or something. Because I know I saw it after Matt went missing. So it's around here somewhere, just like he's around here somewhere. I'm sure of it.
I'm gonna go play detective now.
Keep me posted.
Where are those lights in the tower coming from? Wonder what that crow's doing in there. Ah!
Hello?
Yes, hi. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Castle Malloy. I'm Kyler Mallory's maid of honor.
Yes, I remember that name. Has Matthew finally put an end to that ridiculous prank of his?
No, I'm afraid he's still at it. But if you have a second, could I ask you some questions?
It should be a minute or two before my ride gets here. What's on your mind?
Do you have any idea where Matt may be hiding?
None. And if what you're really asking is, am I in on his little joke? The answer to that is absolutely, unequivocally, no. I detest practical jokes.
Did you help look for Matt after he disappeared?
I did not. As soon as Kyla said it would be just like Matt to disappear as a prank, I refused to join in any search for him. And when he didn't show up the next morning, I left. I did not travel all the way to Ireland to be made a fool of. Besides, I'd had quite enough of the three of them and rather liked having an excuse to leave.
You didn't get along with them?
I was fine. They're the ones who couldn't seem to get along. For instance, the evening before Matt disappeared, he and Kit had a terrible row. I couldn't make out exactly what was being said, but they both sounded very angry. Furious, I dare say. In fact, the next time I saw Kit, he was sporting a black eye. And the next morning, Matt and Kyla had a go at each other. Nothing physical, mind you, and once again, I couldn't make out what was said, but I promise you, they were quite put out with each other. I was more than happy to bid the lot of them farewell, though I imagine I'll be returning to the castle before too long. Matt is bound to find his prank as tedious as everyone else does eventually. I must be off. Nancy, it was a pleasure venting to you. Hopefully before too long we shall meet in person. Cheers.
Hello?
Hi, Ned, it's me.
Hey, Nancy. How come you're not calling from your cell phone?
It's kind of a long story. So, are you at the pool party?
Yeah. In fact, Kathy and Carrie say hi. So do their parents and everyone else who's here, which is pretty much all of River Heights.
You sound funny.
I just miss you, that's all. Look, enough about me. I want to hear about Ireland. How's it going?
Well, it would be going a whole lot better if the guy Kyler came here to marry wasn't missing.
The groom is missing?
She thinks he's just playing a practical joke.
Wait a minute. You and Kyler are there by yourselves?
No, Matt's best friend is here too. So's the caretaker, Mr. Delaney.
This guy Matt thinks disappearing less than a week before his wedding is funny? I'm no expert on marriage or anything, but I don't think that's a good sign.
Something that kind of looked like a woman and kind of didn't ran across the road right in front of me just as I got to the castle.
What do you mean it kinda looked like a woman?
It had all this long, wild hair, and it was wearing something flowing, like a dress or a robe. But its face, it just didn't look human. It startled me so badly that I drove off the road into a ditch. But don't worry, I'm fine.
How can I not worry? You're in Ireland not 2 hours, and what happens?
A mystery falls into my lap, a harmless mystery, because like I said before,
You're fine. Right.
I found Matt's broken glasses in the fireplace of the room he was staying in.
What would somebody's glasses be doing in a fireplace?
They could have been knocked off his face and landed there.
You think he was fighting with someone?
That's a possibility. I didn't admit it to Kyler, but I'm getting worried.
Relax. 'Cause you know what? If I wore glasses and if I were into playing practical jokes on people, I'd do just that. I'd break them and leave them someplace really weird just to freak out whoever finds them.
You're probably right.
But why don't you give that fireplace a real good look, just in case?
I'd really like to get into the tower of Castle Malloy.
What's stopping you?
The lack of stairs, for one thing.
There are no stairs?
They were destroyed along with half the castle in a mysterious explosion during World War II. Apparently the guy who lived here then, Brendan Malloy, was some kind of mad scientist.
Why do you want to get up in the tower so bad?
I saw some strange lights coming from inside it. I can't help but think it might have been Matt.
Why would he be up in a tower?
Maybe that's where he's hiding out.
You just said there's no way to get in.
I know, but maybe...
He learned how to fly.
You're not helping, Ned.
Sorry, Nancy.
I better get going.
It was great talking to you.
Just what I was going to say. Bye.
Hello? Is this a sales call?
No, Bess, it's me, Nancy. I'm calling from a phone in Ireland.
Nancy, hi! George, get over here. It's Nancy. Hi, Nan. You'd better be having a great time there because you are missing an incredible time here. The Dunhills throw the best parties.
You should see all the awesome pool toys they've got.
And everywhere you look, some cute guy in swim trunks is standing over a barbecue grilling something. I'm in heaven.
Sounds fabulous. Be sure to wish Kathy and Carrie a happy birthday for me.
You know, one person I haven't seen is Ned.
Yeah, me neither.
He's there somewhere. I talked to him earlier.
So, what's going on with you?
Just as I got to the castle, some very strange-looking person ran across the road in front of me and made me drive into a ditch.
You wrecked your car?
She gets in an accident and you're worried about some stupid rental car? Real nice, Bess.
Well, Nancy's obviously okay or she wouldn't be calling.
Did this strange-looking person apologize?
No, he, she, or it just kind of vanished. And when I talked to Kyler, I found out that her husband-to-be has vanished.
What do you mean, vanished?
Matt came to Ireland with Kyler and his best friend Kit, but now he's nowhere to be found. Kyler is convinced he's pulling a prank.
A prank?
Apparently, he's a pretty big practical joker.
More like a pretty big moron.
Incoming. Check it out.
Oh my gosh.
Guys? Hello? Bess? George? Anyone?
Sorry, we were hopelessly distracted by a truly amazing set of washboard abs.
What would you two say if I said I needed a hint?
We would say, why ask us when you've got your very own fortune teller right there in the great room? Right, George?
There's an old Irish saying, when it looks like you might fail,
Go see Madame Ishabelle.
That's not an old Irish saying.
I know, but you get the picture.
Whoever ran out in front of my car dropped a handmade doll that looks like the missing groom.
A handmade doll? That's kind of freaky.
Dolls are freaky, period.
Who around there would be making dolls?
Kyler thinks I saw Matt, and the doll was just part of the practical joke he's playing.
Let me see if I got this straight. The guy thinks disappearing less than a week before his wedding, causing cars to run off the road, and making creepy dolls is funny?
Not exactly Bess Marvin marriage material, is he?
According to Alan Payne, Matt's best man, there was a lot of arguing going on just before Matt disappeared. Matt was fighting with Kit, Kyler was fighting with Matt. Alan said he went back to London to wait for Matt to reappear because he couldn't stand all the constant squabbling.
So all was not blissful in premaritalville, eh?
Wait a minute. If Kit is Matt's best friend, why isn't he his best man?
Good question. Unfortunately, the person most qualified to answer it has disappeared. Did I tell you that Kit Foley has a black eye?
Why am I not surprised?
I found a draft of the vows Kyler is planning to say at her wedding.
Oh, custom-written vows are so sweet.
Problem is, these vows have the words, "What am I doing? This is wrong," scrawled beneath them.
That can't be good.
How do you know she was talking about the wedding? Maybe she was just frustrated because she couldn't put her feelings into words.
That's true.
Did you ask her about them?
What's the point? If she is having second thoughts about getting married, she probably won't admit it, seeing as she's failed to mention it before.
That's true, too.
Wait a minute. You guys aren't suggesting that Kyler is behind Matt's disappearance, are you?
I admit that doesn't make much sense.
But it is a possibility.
You two are terrible.
I'd better get going. You guys are wearing sunscreen, right?
Yes, Nancy.
Just checking. Bye. Check, check, check. Did that. All done. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that. Did that. Did that. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that. Did that. Can't check that off yet. Did that. I haven't done that. I haven't done that. All done. Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet.
So, you're not so keen on staying at the castle after all, then?
I'm staying there. I just wanted to talk to you.
Come to me for a bit of aid and advice, did you? Well, I've got none to give. Not till I got the day's troubles behind me and a crow's nest in front of me.
Huh?
The mix maid suddenly took ill, leaving poor Seamus on his own, running back and forth, trying to mix and serve at the same time. I heard her soon as I walked in, yet here I sit, dying of thirst. I'll do no talking till I get me crow's nest, and there's the sorry truth of the matter. But now, were some spry and spunky lass to lend poor Seamus a hand by taking over the mixing for a while, that would surely speed the plough.
Sounds good to me. I'll see to it you get your crow's whatever, ASAP.
Gonna play mix maid for a while, are ya? Well, here's what you're to do. I'll take the orders and put the tickets up here. Each ticket will have no more than 2 drinks on it. And to save time, I draw little pictures instead of writing out their names. The mixin' book will tell you which little picture stands for what drink. It'll also tell you what's in each drink and how to make each drink. Now, to pour something, put the silver mixing glass under either the juice tap or the beer tap. Then, press whatever button the mixing book tells you to press. The book will also tell you how many times to press it. If the drink needs blending, you'll see a picture of a blender at the top of the column in the book. You're to put the solid ingredients into the blender first, then pour whatever's in the mixing glass into the blender. Then, press the red button. And when the blending's done, just reach under the counter and find the serving glass that's pictured in the book. Put the serving glass on the grey mat and pour everything from the blender into the serving glass. If the drink doesn't need blending, just find the right serving glass, put it on the grey mat, and pour everything you've poured into the mixing glass into the serving glass. Then, add anything else the book tells you to add, put the serving glass on the tray to the right of the ticket it goes to, and start fixing the next drink. Soon as you've made all the drinks on a ticket, ring the bell and I'll serve 'em up. Just remember, if the orders start coming thick and fast and the tickets start piling up, you're to make the drinks on the ticket closest to the bell first. Now, you'll be making no mistakes, I'm sure. But if you do, just toss the glass into the rubbish bin down there to the right and start over. Mind you, lass, you must do the mixing fast and proper. The quicker you mix, the more tips you'll be keeping. To work with you now. You did something wrong, lass. You didn't make what they asked for. You didn't make what they asked for. You do fine work, miss. You do fine work, miss. All done and dusted, are ya? Thank you, miss. Take what's in the tip jar, and the next time you help out, you can keep the tips then as well.
You make a mean crow's nest, girl. Well done. Now, I'm to tell you what happened to the Sassenach, am I?
I'm sorry, happened to the what?
The Sassenach. The Englishman. The one Kyler was supposed to be marrying. Well, what happened to him is this. The She took him. The good people whisked him straight off to their world, they did.
By the good people, you mean fairies?
You'll not be hearing me call him that. All of us have a name we prefer, and with them, the good people it is. So that's what I call him, and you'd be wise to do the same.
Just what are these good people going to do with him?
Whatever they please. He's in their world now, and he'll not be coming back. That's as much of the truth as we'll ever know. 'Tis not the first time the good people have seen fit to meddle in the affairs of Castle Malloy. Caused the explosion they did.
Explosion?
Aye, the one that half destroyed the place. The man who lived there in 1944, Brendan Malloy was his name. He was a scientist, charged with making rocket fuel, people say. Only one summer night, something went terrible wrong. There was a flash, like 1,000 lightning bolts. Then a huge boom sent everything south of the library flying towards the sky. Brendan, his wife, Caitlin, used to own this place, she did. Aye, and their little girl, Fiona. All three were lost to the world forever when the place blew. But the blame lay not with Malloy. It was the good people. They'd taken a shine to Fiona, is why. And they knew that little girls, no matter how much they're adored by wee folk or mortals, sooner or later, all little girls grow up and grow old. The good people couldn't bear to see this happen to their beloved Fiona, so they made full sure it never did.
Sounds to me like the good people are actually just the opposite.
They have their ways and we have ours, is all. That's just the way of things. Got plans for you, they do.
The fairies? The good people? What makes you say that?
I meant to pocket your car keys for safekeeping on my way over here, but I couldn't find 'em.
You mean my keys weren't in the car?
Aye, that's exactly my meaning. Taken they were. The good people want you to be staying.
The name of this place. Just what exactly is a banshee?
A woman, one of the good people, as alive as you and me, with wild hair almost as long as the tattered grey robe billowing up around her whenever she appears. Sometimes she takes on the form of a hooded crow, but it's the sound she makes, her terrible wailing, that strikes fear in the human heart. Because when a mortal hears the wail of a banshee, it means someone is about to die.
I saw someone with long hair and a grey robe outside the castle tonight.
Did you know?
It ran across the road in front of me. That's why my car's in the ditch.
Not till I was 50 and 4 did I see a banshee. To see one at your age, on your very first night in Ireland. A special lass you are indeed.
There's no other explanation for what I saw?
There might be 24 explanations for what you saw, but none, save one, is the truth.
Do you dislike all Englishmen as much as you dislike Matt Simmons? Or is he special somehow?
I've little use for any Sassenach, but I took a disliking to this one soon as I laid eyes on him. Arrogant he was, cocky, disrespectful, foolish, always touching things he shouldn't, going places he didn't belong. Worse than a stray dog, that one was.
What about Kyler?
Aye, Kyler. She's different. She belongs here. It's in her blood. It's the reason she does naught but read up in the library. She'll not be leaving Ireland, mark my words. And if she winds up marrying Mr. Foley, all the better.
So Kit, you like?
Aye. He may talk like a Yank and live like a Brit, but there's Irish in the lad. I saw it right off. Little wonder he's in love with the girl. They'll make a fine pair.
Whoa, wait a minute. Kit's not in love with Kyler.
Blind, are you now? Loves her, he does indeed. He's all but wearing a sign saying so. He came to the wedding early to make sure there'd never be a wedding. Only the good people saw to that for him. Ah, the luck of the Irish.
Guess I'll go now.
Fine with me.
You did something wrong, lass. That order wasn't right. Another round completed. You do fine work, miss. You do fine work, miss.
I would like a hint. When it comes to that dollhouse, how do I know where each doll is supposed to go?
How's it going?
Alan Payne told me he overheard you and Matt arguing the day before Matt disappeared, and pretty much right before you walked into that door.
What were you doing talking to Alan Payne?
I thought he might know something that could help us find Matt.
I told you, Matt bailed. He doesn't want to be found. Look, like I said, Alan Payne doesn't really know Matt or me that well, okay? The fact is, he misunderstood what he heard. Matt and I have been friends for more than 12 years. We were just fooling around.
Fooling around? You ended up with a black eye.
I told you that was an accident. I'm clumsy.
What were you two talking about?
I forget. That's how inconsequential it was. Hey, I just remembered. Kyla wants me to do the seating chart for the wedding dinner. Like I said, I can't bring myself to tell her there's not going to be a wedding. Anyway, I need to get to work on it, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Of course, you could always give it a shot. You just have to figure out where each guest should sit by taking into account their needs and preferences. What do you say?
Sure, I can do that.
Excellent. Just fill it out and bring it back to me when you think you've got everyone sitting in the right place. 'Cause unless and until it gets done, afraid I'm gonna be pretty much incommunicado. How's the seating chart coming?
Could you take a look at it?
You bet. This looks great. Wow, you did it. I'm impressed.
So now we can talk.
Yeah, now we can talk. Oh, hey, actually, you might want to take a look at this first. I found it on the floor in Matt's room when I was looking for him.
What is it?
Frankly, it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but maybe it will to you. Take it. If anybody can figure out what Matt was doing with it, you can, I'm sure. Good luck.
You have a lead?
When I called Alan Payne, he said that on the day Matt disappeared, you and Matt had a pretty big argument.
I dare say Matt and I have argued about one thing or another every day since we met. That's just how we are together.
Can you remember what you were arguing about?
I haven't the foggiest idea. Apparently, you should ask Mr. Big Ears Payne.
I'm gonna go play detective now.
Keep me posted.
Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that. All done. Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet. All done. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. All done. Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that. I haven't done that.